I want to just dwell quickly on a couple of things that Mr. Purcell and Mr. Harris said. I think for us as an institution, as the World Bank, we don't look at this as a workshop. We look at this as one step in a larger process. And this process is about access to better information that will enable decision makers, as was said, make better informed decisions. We've been working, well, the World Bank has been working in this region for decades, of course, with many of you. Personally, I've only been working here for 3 years, but in those 3 years I've certainly learned from all of you that there's a critical need for better data, better information. And it's for the engineers at the Ministries of Works, but it's also for the water people, it's also for the environment people, it's also for the agricultural people. Everywhere where when we have had meetings, we meet people that really would like to do their job a little better, but they're all struggling with this issue of access to information, access to data. And everybody tells us that this guy over in this other ministry, he has the data, but I can't get to it. And so this initiative is somewhat of an attempt to try to see if we can help you break that limitation that exists, because you do have a lot of very good data and a lot of good information, but you don't necessarily have access to it. And that's, of course, if you don't have access to it, it's like you don't have it. So that's part of what we hope to get out of this. We also hope to get out of this to be able to enable you together to bring in some new tools that are already available and to have access to more tools that are currently being developed across the world. What we bring in as an institution is access to some of this technology, and we can help you get access to it much more efficiently. And we hope that these tools will enable the Ministries of Works and Ministries of Agriculture and Ministries of Environment in their decision-making processes moving forward. Of course, the climate issue is currently on the agenda for everyone. It's not going to go away anytime soon, I'm sure. And that is driving a big part of the money agenda. And when you start to get, well, climate change is not new for any of you guys. You live in the hurricane zone, so you see the weather extremes every year. But having to address climate adaptation is opening up a number of new questions that involves data from a number of different areas. And it's simply impossible for you to put numbers on your adaptation needs right now because you don't have the right information. So even for that agenda, even for the decision making that your governments and that you will be making, you will simply need to improve your access to this. So all of these factors play in. This is not going to be a one-off thing. You are not going to be able to go away from this workshop having solved all the questions, but hopefully you're going to go away from this workshop having realized that you now have the ability to become part of a community that's struggling with the same type of questions, a community that can rely on the support from an institution like ours, but not only ours. There's a couple of regional and development agencies present. I don't know all your faces yet, but I know that UNDP is coming or is here already. I know that CDB is coming or is here already. I know that CIMH, which obviously is on the agenda with a presentation. I think the CCRIF is represented here as well. So there's a number of regional entities who are here, who are working around the same issues, who have capacity as well. So the countries in this, you're not alone. It's a process that we will be accompanying and continue to support over the next several years. So I look forward to be part of this moving forward from here, and I wish you all a very good workshop.